Warning: the opinions expressed in this video do not represent YouTube associations, agencies, nor any particular individuals. They are merely from three guys trying to pass the boredom of everyday life. Some explicit content may occur in this or future presentations. Viewer discretion may be advised, but ignored if you're into that thing.
What's going on, guys? I am your Big Bad Wolf Benny.
I'm Wild Man Wes.
And I'm DJC.
And we're going to get back to what we do best, reviewing movies.
Oh, yeah.
Today we're going to be doing the 1979 movie, The Warriors. Cold classic.
Yeah, buddy.
Everybody who's anybody has probably seen this. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's an awesome movie.
And this is kind of the late 70s, early 80s.
So
Go to your local video store. Or get your, Betamax copy. Or
there you go. Get the Betamax out. So anyway, guys, this movie has to deal with gangs in New York, pretty much. That's what it's about. The movie is about the Warriors, obviously, because that's the title of the movie. So they're a gang from Coney Island, and the big boss Cyrus, who runs the biggest gang in New York, the Riffs.
Yeah, right!
There you go. Has called for a little meeting between every gang in New York.
Big
where
conclave.
they literally bring 9 members of their gang to, pretty much hear what Cyrus has to say, and he wants to unite all the gangs and, pretty much take over New York, and they pretty much outnumber the cops 5-1, so he's actually using his head.
Right.
However, there is a gang that doesn't want this. They want to keep fighting, and basically the Warriors get blamed for the murder of Cyrus. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys.
Jerk.
So anyway, the rest of the movie is just the Warriors trying to get back home to Coney Island, the big CI where they'll be safe. So they have to go through all this turf. Meanwhile, the Riffs is set pretty much put a bounty on their head. So every time they go somewhere, whoever's turf they're in, that gang is trying to get them. And the Warriors, they're good.
Oh, yeah.
They're real good.
Yes.
They know how to. They're definitely one of the better fighters out there. They're pretty smart. Well, most of them.
Yeah, there are some that are
Sorry, Ajax, even though you're my favorite.
Yeah.
But, so not only that, they're not only dealing with the gangs, they're dealing with the cops, and, well, they do get back home, so that's a positive note. The director and the director's cut literally said this is reminiscent of the Battle of the 300 Spartans. That's pretty much what he took inspiration from. I'm sure everybody's seen the movie 300. Small force, well-trained, takes on a larger military force that is not as well-trained and not well-equipped, and they really not fighting for a cause, so that's why they lose. So anyway, it's a very good movie. That's a basic synopsis of the movie. There's a lot of cool, stuff that happens in between, but we don't like ruin the whole movie for you.
No.
So we'll just jump into what we liked and what we didn't like, and then we'll give it a good rating. So, boys, what are you thinking? What you liked about the movie?
I liked, the different gangs, how they were, different themed. It was almost as if before, we had video games out like Streets of Rage or anything like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was a live action type thing, Every time they fought a different gang, it was a different setting. Obviously, like I said, the different themes. So it kept you.
All right, real fast then. Who's your favorite gangs besides the Warrior? Baseball Furies.
I like the Punks.
Punks were cool.
The Punks were cool.
They were all cool. I mean, let's be fair. They all were cool. I like the Lizzies. The all-girl gang.
The Lizzies were cool. The one that I like, you guys are going to laugh about this one. The Orphans. They're just sad sacks. They're a bunch of Charlie Browns.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, just watching them act so, just sad sackish and getting the beat out of them is just awesome. And the Warriors take their girl. So that is true Charlie Brown fashion right there.
So the Furies are yours?
Actually, the Furies and the Lizzies. The Furies were just cool. Just a cool concept. They looked like wrestlers in the 80s, and then, only thing I didn't think was plausible is they're all running around the street in cleats. That's the only thing. If you've ever tried to run around on the ground, like the street in cleats. It's not fun, so I give it to those guys for being committed.
Fair enough. Biggest thing that I like about the Warriors, the quasi-narration of Lynn Thigpen as the DJ.
Yeah.
And all you see is just her mouth while she's talking into a microphone.
I like, too, depending on the situation, the song that's coming on, too.
Yes.
Kind of yeah.
Yes, and I know
So
we keep talking about, eventually we are going to, instead of just talking about how good the music is in movies, we are going to do a segment where we do a review on an album, whether a movie soundtrack or not. We know people have been asking, so we're getting to it.
Yeah, that was cool. I like the interaction between the Warriors, just all 9 of them. You got the struggle for power after, the war chief, not Cochise, Cleon.
Cleon, yeah.
Cochise was the other one, the one with the fro. Yeah, I like that, the power struggle there, even though,
between Swan and Ajax?
Well,
I mean...
Ajax just wanted to be war chief because, he was the muscle
but it was more so, that was the first initial...
Yeah.
You could tell that there was some power struggle.
So I did like that, and then, you got, kind of like the new guy, Riff Raff.
Okay.
The younger guy, he's kind of brought... I don't know why they brought him along. You think they would have brought somebody a little bit more experienced along, but... What are you going to do? But no, the interaction between all of them, you could tell when they kind of get separated, they all care about each other, even though they might fight with each other. So there really is, that brotherly love between them.
They're stronger together than they are alone.
And there's, they weren't trying to just rush these characters. You actually got character development out of them.
The whole beginning of the movie, that's what I really like. When they're kind of talking to all of them, you kind of see all the gangs come through and stuff. Yeah, so it's just a really good movie.
The scene that sticks out to me, which is not even like a fighting scene or anything, it's towards the end when they're on the train and they're sitting there, all beat up and not wearing shoes.
Yeah, you see the prom
people. So you see these kids that are living this, this
good
other life, this good life, and the struggle they just went through. It just kind of all sums up right there. The kids are looking at them and seeing that they're all
banged up.
Yeah, so
kind of like, so how was your day?
Yeah. Then, I like the two that not all the members made it, too. That made it more believable. Like, when we lost to Fox, obviously we lost Cleon. Yeah. We lost a couple, we lost Ajax. Ajax is the favorite. I think 90% of people would say Ajax was probably one of their favorites.
He had some of the greatest moments.
He has the best one-liners. He's just an all-around
he did him flipping off the AC turnballs when they were trying to catch him in the school bus.
And he almost got caught, too. The last one, he barely made it. So, he was he was the muscle of the team. He was the badass of the team. He just wasn't too smart. So,
yeah, I can dig it.
So, anyways, he's played.
I can dig it. Can you dig it?
Speaking of, guys, we didn't even mention it, but we did in an earlier episode. Ajax is played by one of our personal favorites, James Remore. So,
oh yeah, Raiden. Well,
look at that.
Raiden number 2.
It's a new look.
I told you we'd eventually get to it.
Yep.
That was like season 1, like episode 2.
Yeah, no Time flies, man. 8 months.
So now let's get into what we didn't like about the movie. If there was anything we didn't like about it.
I don't think it's believable that no one else seen Cyrus get shot.
Yeah, there's there was like, what, 2,000 members there? 2,000 plus?
Nobody could have seen Luther pull out the gun.
One person, the Fox, is the only person who sees him do it. Not believable.
Yeah,
very good point.
I feel you.
Oh, I don't know, because the cops are actually pretty competent in this movie. Like, we've talked about cops not being very competent in movies. But
well, in this one I would say, because like you mentioned, they do a lot of development with most characters of each gang. I mean, not just the Warriors, but I mean, like the Furies, the Lizzies.
The Rogues.
Yeah, and it's just like, but... I mean, with a lot of the members in Luther's gang, you don't see much.
You only had two. You had Luther, and then you had the one guy who was like the driver.
Yeah, but I mean, I wish I could have seen a little bit more interaction, maybe more of a backstory on Luther of why he was the way he was.
No reason.
Well, I mean, you get that answer, but I mean, I would have liked to have seen him be more developed, or maybe start at a position before that happened. Maybe they could have done a flashback sequence, maybe. But I mean, then again, if you look at somebody like David Patrick Kelly, he's a phenomenal actor. I mean, we talked about him as
crazy.
I mean, as T-Bird and the Crow. I mean, he's phenomenal.
Another movie I love him in too, Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis.
That's
a very good movie with him, where he plays kind of like the Irish mob leader.
But I would dare say this movie got him right.
Oh, this one got him started.
Yeah, got him started for
got
sure.
Got him started. I mean, the bottle thing. He
said
that came from a bully picking on him as a kid. So I mean,
well, and the thing is that was completely improv too.
Yeah,
I mean, just like the sing song thing, and he just happened to find these little mini like airplane bottles of beer and just started.
It worked. I mean,
and it's been used in every type of TV show and movie and cartoon. You name it, it's been replayed over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's so good.
But it's still relevant to this day.
Oh, let's see. I don't really think there's anything I didn't like about it. I mean, the cops were competent finally.
Finally.
Well,
finally, we found a movie.
I have a little problem with part of that. Okay, so they're in this park doing this stakeout to find somebody who's going to rape this lady.
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, there's these gangs running through the park.
And they didn't stop. They're not grabbing them.
And nobody's going to stop to talk to a woman in the park.
Right.
Because, I mean, obviously, if you're out and about late at night, you're either doing a couple different things. Looking for booze, looking for drugs, looking for nookie.
Amen.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry, Ajax, but again, not the smartest character. I'm sorry. A hot chick's, alone on the bench. Come on, in the middle of the park. Come on.
Yeah. It's time for another good idea, bad idea.
Ajax, there was nothing. You didn't do anything good in that movie. It was just all bad.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Well, I think you should probably just rate this, yeah.
Rate it. Be done with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this one a solid A, because 1, rewatchability. 2, the story is actually pretty cool. I mean, we heard for a while they were going to do a remake, and thank God they haven't yet. We don't need it. You can still watch it today, and I mean, besides maybe the clothes. Yeah. And the best thing is, it's gang members, so they're wearing sort of similar costumes. So it's believable. You don't really need to do it. Maybe the cars are the only thing that could actually make it stand out that it's in a different time period. So you don't need to remake this movie. Please don't.
Yeah, I would give it an A, and yes, don't remake this movie. I don't think that the way gangs are portrayed now,
there's no way
that it's on the level of that kind of, with the whole.
It would be literally, if they were going to do it, it'd have to be a whole country, all America doing it. That's the only way you can do it now.
And it'd be nothing but stereotypes.
Oh God, yeah.
Unfortunately, and we don't need that. But I'm going to agree with these guys. It is a unanimous. I'm giving this one a solid A. And yes, if you remake this movie, in the immortal words of Ajax himself, I'll shove that film up your and turn you into a popsicle. Well, that's all I can really think about to talk about. Well, hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and as always, push the red button. And make sure you ring that little bell next to the red button and get some instant notifications on all of our upcoming content on Dragonfire Entertainment. Trust me, we got a whole lot more in store for you in 2018. Until then, I'm Wildman Wes.
I'm the Big Bad Wolf Benny.
And I'm DJC.
And we will see you next time on The Wild Wolf Show.
Warriors, come out and play.